Board members, welcome. We are looking forward to getting started this beautiful Thursday morning. We'll call this meeting to order. We want to thank Utah Highway Patrol Trooper Jim McGuire and Security Davon Booth for being here with us. And in case of emergency, use the two west boardroom doors to access the hallway, and then use the north or south doors to exit the building. Let's go ahead and begin with a roll call. With roll call. So yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to keep up with mics, but I will confirm if you tell me. So we'll start. Member Bogus is here. Good. Member Bollinger is here. Member Booth. Member Brenton is here. Member Davis is here. Member Earl is here. Member Green. Member Hall is here. I am here. Member Kelly is here. Member Carey is here. Member Lear is here. Member Longacre is here. Member Reel and Member Wood. Here. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin. Agenda item 1.1, our Pledge of Allegiance. We've asked Member Bogus to lead us in that. Thank you. We will now move to our board member message, which will be offered by Vice Chair Wood.
Thank you, Chair. Do we have the slides? All right, so last year for my board member message, we celebrated Dr. Seuss's 100th birthday and one of our early literacy programs. So board members, there are cupcakes. Again, we had 100-year cupcakes last year. We have cupcakes again this year. They're on the table over there if you're wanting. So as many of you recall, prior to my being on the board, I spent over 26 years as a PTA volunteer. For nearly a decade in my PTA role, I sat back there in the hard seats and attended the state board meetings from sunup to sundown. So in keeping with my celebration theme, I'm excited to have Julie Clough with us here today, Utah State PTA President, to celebrate 100 years of Utah PTA. Last week, Chair Hymas, Vice Chair Bollinger, and I attended the USBA Leadership Academy at Bryce Canyon, primarily to help us understand our role as a local school board for USDB. The last presentation was entitled, Who Do We Serve? As the state board, our role is one of governance, policy, and standards. We have general control and supervision. We are at the top of the canyon, making sure the signs to the paths are clear, the guardrails are set in place, and watching for fires in the distance. Our job is not down in the hoodoos. We're not handing out water, making sure the tourists have good shoes on, and rarely are we the ones with the oximeters with the oxygen gets low due to the elevation. We have great educators and amazing parents who are our boots on the ground. And one of these amazing parents was Genevieve Bell Rain Curtis, mother to 10 children. Genevieve was the first PTA president for Irving Junior High and went on to establish many of the PTAs in the Salt Lake area. In 1940, she would become the first female school board member in Utah. I had the privilege of joining with many of the Curtis family in a celebration for her in January. Her granddaughter shared this amazing quote from one of her speeches. Genevieve stated, "Many things for which we spend public money may be postponed. We may interrupt the building of a bridge, the improving of a road, and 10 years later go on with it about where we left off. But if we interrupt public training for children and 10 years later go on with it about where we left off, we find them grown up and grown up wrong. We cannot say to a child, next year we shall see about improving your instruction and health. Next year we shall provide a course in citizenship which fits you for society's pressing problems. Tomorrow I shall try to understand your heart and gain your confidence. For the child, it is a matter of now or never. The child cannot grow up twice." How grateful I am for the many mothers and fathers in Utah who have dedicated their lives to our children, knowing that it is a matter of now or never. So I'm going to turn the rest of my time over to Julie Clough, Utah State PTA President, to celebrate 100 years of PTA. And thanks for being here, Julie.
Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to be here today and to share about one of my favorite subjects, Utah PTA. Next slide, please. In 1925, in October, the Utah Education Association held its first or one of its annual conventions at which Utah PTA was officially welcomed to the National Association of Parents and Teachers. The national president came and spoke and welcomed us in. Next slide, please. But that was not the beginning of parent engagement in Utah. Since the pioneers settled, parents have been actively engaged in education in Utah. And for many years, the Utah Mothers Congress did work and advocated in our state. In 1898, they formed the Congress a year after Washington, D.C. formed the National Congress. And Utah had 3 delegates, which is kind of amazing. Next slide, please. So before we were official, we were doing work. This is a cool fact that we found in some literature. In 1918 and 1920, during the legislative session, 2 mandates came down that was about screening of children, and the Home and Family League, which was Utah PTA, was asked to charge those initiatives and was granted support to enact health days throughout the state. So long before we were official, we were doing the work. Next slide. So many of you know our programs. Next slide. I bet you don't even know or realize that some of them were PTA sponsored, but they were, and it's the heart of what we do. We have art grants and Battle of the Bands and reflections and ribbon weeks, and we do all the fun things like teacher appreciation, field days, and class parties, all things that enrich our children's education. Next slide. Reflections was started as a national program in 1969, and Utah PTA has led the way in participation. In the last school year, we had over 17,000 student entries in the state of Utah, and we also had 20 national winners, which is a large portion of the winners that national selects. Next slide. We also have the premier program of Battle of the Bands, which started in 2002. This is a unique to Utah program that allows students to showcase their musical abilities. If you've never been to Battle of the Bands, you are all welcome to attend in April and to rock out with us. It's a good time. Please come. Next slide. Next slide. Advocacy is also a big part of our work. We have been involved for a long time doing all things, not only with education, but within health and safety. We were advocates of school lunches for all students. Next slide. We were advocates of promoting the creation of the Suicide Prevention Center for Youth and helping with mental health services. Next. We advocated to grow the trust lands and to make them fiscally responsible and to pay out for our kids. And now there's millions of dollars being paid out every year to our school children, and there is money for the future as well. Next slide. In 2018, one of our delegates went to the National PTA Convention and passed a resolution on the national stage called High Expectations for Students with Disabilities, which for me is a personal heart because both of my kids have disabilities, and we want to have high expectations for all students and all abilities, and so this one was a personal one for me. Next slide. In 2022, at the helm, Leanne helped us with this one. She was a great advocacy VP, but we won National PTA's Outstanding State PTA Advocacy Award for the work that our team did during that session. Next slide. All of these things are awesome. Our programs are great, but what makes us truly unique are our people. Our strength and our longevity come from the people who serve, often doing so much and very quietly. Next slide. We have leaders all over the state doing things every day. We have bubble runs and celebrations. Next slide. We have field days and parent events. Next slide. We have Red Ribbon Weeks, and we have festivals that celebrate all the holidays. Next. We even have schools who are finding ways to bring their diverse community together and to celebrate. This PTA does their meetings in Spanish and translate for English. This is Franklin Elementary in Provo. They're awesome. Next. We have PTAs that are actively engaged supporting military families and pursuing parent engagement through the School of Excellence program. Next. We even have dads who didn't even know that they had joined, but they had because their spouses had joined for them. So real men join PTA, so don't be afraid. And then, of course, there's always time to have an assembly that's a good Candyland game. Next. We have walks that are taking our kids on safe walking routes and remembering history in the past. And we always have PTA volunteers somewhere in the state planning for the next event. Next. And we have amazing PTAs that are supporting school food pantries all over our state. Next. What does that impact look like? For me, I started like many people in PTA. I started because of my kids. I wanted to be in the school and I wanted to give back for the school that was giving so much. They taught me how to advocate as a parent, and they've taught me how to advocate as a leader in my community, to advocate for people who don't have the ability to do so. I've met great friends along the way. I've learned how to put displays together. I've learned how to fight for things that I believe in. And I've learned that the future is bright because little girls come to convention and take pictures with our state president and say, I'm going to be a president one day. And I love that. Next. What I want you guys to know today, for a century, Utah PTA has been a steadfast advocate for children, families, and education, shaping policies and initiatives that strengthen communities across our state. As we celebrate 100 years of dedication, we honor the countless volunteers, leaders, and advocates who have championed for student success, safety, and well-being. They are truly why we are still here. They deserve all the accolades. This milestone reflects a legacy of impact, collaboration, and unwavering commitment to a brighter future for Utah's youth. Here's to the next 100 years. If you don't remember anything from today, remember that PTA is more than a group of parents. It's a network engaged in the work that parents and teachers do together. They are quietly in the trenches doing the work and need our support to support the children, which are our future. Every member, every leader, on every letter make a difference. They build this shared legacy and make our potential and our children's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
I know it's our birthday, but we have a birthday gift to share with you. So we have 100-year beach towels, and we wanted each of you to have one and to remember that we've been around 100 years and we plan to be around 100 years more. So thank you.
Thank you. We are moving on to agenda item 1.3, employee recognition. Superintendent Hart.
So this month, I am very pleased to, where did she go? Oh, there she is. Come on up, Julie Clark. Julie is our employee of the month, and she is amazing. The smile that you see is the smile that you get no matter the day, the challenge, the whatever we're facing. That's what you get. When I received her information for employee of the month, I said yes, because Julie, I've known Julie for a long time, and the work that she does is recognized by her peers and by the field. When I was, and I have not told Julie this yet, when I was an executive director, my principals, one day we were working on something and they're like, well, we'll just call Julie. And I didn't know who they were talking about. And they're like, yeah, we're going to call Julie. Well, it turns out it was Julie Clark. So she has taken on an amazing, a huge role that has so many moving parts. And she has just masterfully figured out how to balance all the different parts of all the work that we're doing for early learning. Also, yesterday I had the privilege of doing a fireside chat up at Lakeshore Learning, their new facility. And I'm looking out in the audience, and what did I see but that smile looking back at me with several of her team members. And she's just everywhere. She's everywhere. She's getting it done. And I'm just so pleased to recognize Julie Clark as Employee of the Month. She gets all the goodies, including a fabulous parking spot and coveted water bottle and all the goodies. And we're just so glad to have you, Julie. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move forward with our education highlight.
Suppose I can turn myself on. Thank you, Chair Hymas. Kelsey James, Board Communications Coordinator. I am excited to welcome Quinn Kellis, who is our School Support and Improvement Coordinator, to the podium here, and he's going to introduce some more wonderful guests that we have with us today. We have the opportunity to highlight some of our wonderful principals and assistant principals here in Utah. We love recognizing teachers. They are so great. Teachers do so much of the day-to-day grind, hard work. But as any teacher will tell you, a good principal, a good assistant principal can make or break the teacher experience. So love to see some of the excellence that we have in those roles here in Utah. So I'll turn it over to Quinn.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, Superintendent Hart, my name is Quinn Kellis. I am the School Support and Improvement Coordinator, and today I'm wearing the hat of Leadership Development. It is my distinct honor and privilege to be able to bring this agenda item forward and allow you to see a few of the most extraordinary school leaders that we have in the state of Utah. It has been research proven that the most important person in a student's life is the teacher. Research further shows that the second most influential person in a student's success is the leader of the school. So having extraordinary leaders is indeed a high calling, and these individuals that we're going to be recognizing today rise to that title. First, I would like to introduce Dwight Lydiard, who is the director of the Utah Elementary School Association, and then he will be followed by Rhonda Bromley, who is the Utah Secondary School Association of Principals.
Great. As Quinn said, I'm Dwight Lydiard, Executive Director of the Utah Elementary Principal Association. We have a very strong association, about 90% membership of all the principals in the state of Utah. And we do lots of things. We do quite a few conferences, and we do a lot to recognize the great work that's happening by principals in the state of Utah. Each year we select a principal of the year and an assistant principal of the year. The 2025 principal of the year is Tim Peed from Ridgeline Elementary in the Alpine School District. Tim is just a delightful human being. He's a great person to be around. We have really enjoyed our association with Tim. He has done some great things in his school, worked with gifted programs as well as intervention programs. The one thing I can really tell you about Tim, and it was obvious when we went to his school to do a surprise assembly to announce this, Tim's staff and students love him dearly. It was a real fun, exciting day. They did a huge assembly. They had signs and banners. They created a storybook about Tim. It was just an amazing event. So Tim is our elementary principal of the year. He is going to be further recognized in Washington, D.C. with all of the other states' representatives as principal of the year in October. And we're excited about him just in the end of the month, the 24th and 25th, to be able to take him to DC and recognize him for his work. Our assistant principal of the year this year is Des Olson from Edgemont Elementary, is where she was the assistant principal for 3 years, and that's in the Provo School District. Des has done a ton of work with things going on at Edgemont. They are the Platinum STEM school that she held really was the person key in lining all that up. They are also a Gold Star school, Blue Ribbon school, and she did a lot with that application and with the work to make that happen. As with the majority of the people that we honor as our assistant principals of the year, Des is now the principal at Wasatch Elementary in Provo School District. It's funny, we've done this award for about 10 years, and I think all but one of those within the year has been moved to a principal role. But if they're that great as an assistant, it's obvious that they're going to pull them up as an assistant or to be a principal. We had the great opportunity at our national convention in Seattle this summer to honor Des at one of the general sessions where she was honored with the other assistant principals of the year. So we've got great representation, and we appreciate the fact that we have such great principals in the state of Utah.
Thank you. Before you sit down, just real quick, Tim and Des, if you could come back for just 1 second. I know we're on time. I'm just wondering if you can share. Tim, we'll have you talk about principals, and Des, I know you're a principal now, but you were an assistant principal. You'll just take 1 to 2 minutes, literally. I won't cut you off, but try to keep it short. What can you tell other principals? What got you here, right? Just share some words of wisdom with us.
I think like in any job and education, you just have to have passion and love and awesome mentors. Rhonda Bromley is actually one of my amazing mentors. I started in the secondary world and was an assistant principal at Lone Peak under her guidance. And then David Stevenson, who was our communications director, was an elementary principal and showed me a new way. The elementary is where it's at. And so I've been there now 8 years, and I think you just have to look at each situation and each student and each staff and teacher as an individual who has needs, and that you work together collaboratively as a team to meet those needs. And I think when you do that, you have great success.
So as an assistant principal, along the same lines, I've been fortunate to have really good mentors who have not only mentored me by allowing me to work with them closely as the principal, but also have created an environment in their schools, are willing to create an environment in their schools where I was able to step into that environment and take the lead on some things that moved things forward. So Harmony Karchner at Edgemont especially taught me how to create systems in place in a school that are solid and consistent and help every staff member and every student build their capacity, and then just looking at every student individually and keeping the focus on student learning. So thank you.
Like Dwight said, I'm Rhonda Bromley. I'm the executive director of UASSP, and this is full circle for me. I love that I got to be here to see Tim be honored today. He, like he said, he was my assistant principal at the high school level, and I knew someday he'd end up in elementary. Every time we'd have an assembly or something, he'd say, let's dress up and have him put Jello on us or something. Anyway, no, he's so great. So congratulations to both of you. We love working with our elementary counterparts. Our secondary association includes the high school level and the middle level, which includes middle schools, junior highs, and intermediate schools. And so for this honor, we have a high school and a middle level principal of the year, as well as assistant principal of the year. But I just want to start by representing all of them and telling you thank you so much for your service. We know you have a monumental job, and we would love to continue partnering with you in that. We do have an initiative as a group to connect and communicate with you and with our local legislators that work at the state level. And so I encourage you to get to know them. We have amazing leaders in our secondary schools and in our elementary schools, obviously. And so the more I feel like we can get to know each other and be partners, we all have the same goal, and that's to help our students be successful. So just rest assured that we have great leaders in our schools, and thank you for supporting them. I'm very excited. We had Dr. Hart last week join us for our Power Hour. Everyone's very anxious to get to know our new state superintendent. She did a great job introducing herself and talking about her vision when it comes to education. And so thank you for doing that. Our secondary principals are excited to continue to get to know you and to support you. So thank you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with our middle level assistant principal of the year, and she's standing right here by me. Her name is Connie True Simons, and Connie True is the assistant principal at Midvale Middle School in the Canyon School District, and she believes that middle school is where it's at. I love that there's someone that feels that way, that middle school is the best place to be. So thank you to Connie. Connie's background includes being a teacher and an instructional coach, which has really helped her when it comes to being a help and support to the teachers at that school. She is such a wonderful resource for them. She knows that the most important thing that happens in a school happens in the classroom. And so she's taken upon herself to make sure that those teachers are prepared and have the resources that they need. And her teachers at Midvale love her, as per the many recommendations and nominations that I got from many of those teachers at that school for this award. We have the opportunity, I go to each of the schools to present the award, and then they're honored at our state conference in front of all of their colleagues from around the state. And when I went to Midvale Middle School, her teachers gave her a standing ovation, and there were literally tears when I was talking about her. That just tells you the love that they have for her and that they feel her love and support. So Connie, thank you for all that you do. Our high school assistant principal of the year is as big as life on your screen right there. You can see him. That is Jared Christensen, and he is joining us from Delta High School. And Jared is an amazing administrator. It was evident when I went to Delta. When I traveled there, my husband was with me, and we stopped to get gas, and we also got something to eat because we were a little bit early. And both places that we went, I was new in town, so everybody said, "Who are you, and what are you doing here?" And when I told them what we were doing here, "Oh yes, Jared!" Like everyone in town knew him, and it was really fun. They're a very close knit town there. I learned that very quickly, and I arrived at the school a little bit early, and Jared was at a district meeting, so I had the opportunity to just talk to several students, and they all wanted to talk about Mr. C. Everybody had a story about Mr. C and how he has impacted their lives. It became evident to me so quickly that relationships are so important to Jared. And his secretaries at the school have done such a good job. They have this collage on the wall of just hundreds of pictures of the students. And I was literally trying to find pictures that Jared wasn't in. It looks like he is everywhere with the kids. The kids just love him and support him. And so it was fun for me to be able to be there and to present this award, not only in front of his family, but in front of the students there. And they were all so excited when he got this award. So Jared, thank you for loving the kids. High school is such a fun but a hard age, and they know that you love them. And so congratulations to Jared Christensen, our high school assistant principal of the year. Then we have Matt Patterson, that's also online with us. Matt is our middle level principal of the year, and Matt is the principal at Mountain View Junior High, and that is in Weber School District. And this is only the second year that that school is open. So that tells you the trust that the leaders of the Weber School District have in Matt, because opening a new school is a hard thing to do. Matt really focuses on intentional leadership, which means he wants all voices to be heard. It's not just about his voice as the principal and the leader of the school. It's about having everyone's voice being heard. And that includes teachers, that includes staff members, and that includes students. Again, it was fun to be there and to see how excited the students were. They had let the people in town know. We even had parents that showed up for this because they were so excited to see him win this award, and they know he deserves it. But I also loved that their whole Board of Education came and that their superintendent was there. Like, everyone is so supportive of Matt and appreciates what he is doing at a brand new school in West Haven, Utah. He's doing a fantastic job. Matt, congratulations, and keep up the good work as our middle level principal of the year. Last of all, our high school principal of the year, and she is so sad. There's only one thing that would prevent her from being here today, and that is something going on with her daughter. Her daughter's receiving a teaching award this morning, and we were hoping that the timing would work, but it just happens that she's getting that award right now. Is she on? Oh, Shauna, you are on. Oh, this is so great. Okay, so Shauna can hear us. We can't see her right now, but she is on. And congratulations to your daughter, Shauna. This is so exciting. But Shauna is the principal at Ogden High School in the Ogden School District and doing a fantastic job there. You go to that school, and the kids and the culture, the kids are just happy to be there. And there is a very positive culture at the school. One thing about Shauna that really stood out to us is Shauna's not afraid to have those hard conversations, whether it's teachers, staff members, or students, but she does it with love. The kids know that she loves them, and that's why she's helping them learn and helping them be accountable. And like I said, the culture at that school is so fun and so positive. We had a full assembly to honor her, complete with the cheerleaders and the band and everything that a high school has to offer. But it was fun to see how excited everyone was to honor their principal. They certainly love their principal. Shauna, thanks for all you're doing. Being a high school principal, I know personally, is hard. It's a 24/7 job, but there's not a better job in the whole world, and you're killing it. So thanks for all that you're doing, Shauna. So congratulations to all of our secondary principals and assistant principals of the year.
Thank you. Connie, are you wanting to share some thoughts? She's literally backing away from the microphone.
I did. I wanted to sneak away. Leadership for me is just remembering that it's all about the kids. And I'm at Midvale it's a challenging school a lot of the time, and we just have to lead with love. And yeah, that's it. Just lead with love. So
Thank you.
that's all.
Thank you. Jared, would you like to take a minute?
Sure. I just would like to say thank you to everyone. It's been an awesome year, and Rhonda has been fantastic to work with. She's a great leader, but just want to say there's a lot of moving parts in the school, and just like has been said, when we focus on the kids, that's what really matters, and I think that's where we can find our most success. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. Matt, would you like to share some thoughts?
Sure. Again, apologize I couldn't be there. I happened to be at a conference with some teachers, and we're just celebrating them and giving them some training they need. But same thing, just love being a principal, love working with my community and seeing the amazing growth of kids. It comes right down to the fact that we want every kid to have a name, a face, a voice, and a purpose. And we know that they're our next generation of future. So it's worth all the effort and everything we do. And I appreciate the support of the board and the superintendent. So thanks again for the recognition and the support.
Thank you. Thank you for your work. And Shauna, I don't know if she's still with us.
Can I add one more thing? I forgot to mention Shauna was a finalist for National Principal of the Year. So it was down to just 3 people. And so I just wanted to put that in.
Thank you. And she's no longer with us. So thank you to all of those who are with us today. We appreciate she's no longer with us on Zoom. Clarify. Thank you for that clarity. So, yes. Anyway, congratulations. Thank you again. Thank you. Back to our Kelsey. Okay, let's move on. Thank you again.